What's happening, y'all? It is your boy Nice, and welcome to the Fight Room. Talking about Oscar Valdez, a young contender that was at 126 and is making his pro debut at 130 this Saturday. And it's unfortunate that his opponent for that night, Andres Gutierrez, came up 11 pounds overweight for the fight on Saturday night, and that's unprofessional, man. It's 11 pounds overweight. There's no excuse for that. It's unfortunate that Oscar Valdez has to deal with this situation, and they should really they should find this man triple. You know, that's really unexcusable. 11 pounds overweight, too much. I could understand maybe 4, 5, maybe, and that's a maybe. You know, I think his fight with Scott Quiggs came up, I believe, was 4 pounds overweight. You know, unexcusable. You know, you're a fighter, you should be ready and prepped to fight on fight night. You know, you make a contract 4 months prior, almost 3 months, and you should be well prepared for it. Oscar Valdez has always been a prepared fighter, a young champion at 126. He had the WBO, and it's unfortunate he has to go through this, man. It's a shame. You know, he's from Mexico, of course. He's an orthodox fighter, 26 wins, no losses, 20 by knockout. I think he's pretty well-rounded fighter, young fighter that's hungry, and all of his fights are pretty well spectacular to me. You know, a lot of his fights are action-packed. He makes a fight happen. He makes action, be action. He demonstrates what action really means, and he's a good fighter, and I like to watch him fight. And it's unfortunate this Saturday. Hopefully this fight can continue, because now 11 pounds overweight, I think that's a little bit too much and too much of an advantage, and can actually hurt the other opponent, and that would not be a good thing for the sport of boxing. And we all know that unexpected deaths in the sport of boxing lately and is not good for the sport. It's actually a dangerous thing. So it's unfortunate. Let's see what happens, man. I mean, Oscar Valdez, let me talk about Oscar Valdez, man. He came, this is his pro debut at 130. He's a good fighter, man. He has a lot of potential, and they always talked about him maybe fighting Loma, but it wasn't that much of a talked about fight. The young man is a well-rounded fighter, like I said, man. Y'all need to, if you've never seen Oscar Valdez, y'all need to check him out. He's a pretty well-rounded fighter. He's amazing to watch, man. He makes action, like I said, be action. And shout out to Oscar Valdez for always being prepped for the sport, man. He's always prepped for the sport. He gives all his heart, his will, his determination for the sport, to give us something to watch and something to see and something to be proud of the sport, because the sport, it's messed up. Let's be honest, it's messed up. But at least we got fighters such as Oscar Valdez, man, that can give us excitement fights and something to watch, and he's a good fighter. You already know that it's your boy Nice, and I'm out of here. Peace.